Three, two, one. Good morning, Johto. My name is Lane here at the Goldenrod Radio Tower, bringing you your weekday news for Pokemon Go, Pokemon TCG, and sometimes a little bit of Scarlet and Violet as well. If you would like to find more Good Morning Johto, you can find us on Twitter at GMJoto. You can send us an email if you'd like for whatever reason at goodmorningjoto at gmail.com. You can be in our Discord. We need to talk more. I need to be able to start up conversations because someone talks a lot. I don't know how to Discord well. So you can find our Discord in the show notes. If you would like to help the show out financially, if you can, we have a Patreon with these wonderful members. For the intern tier, we have Jamal, Nick, Polly, and Green Tea. Board operator, we got Mikey right now, and our senior producer, Jesse L. If you'd like to be like those people, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Good Morning Johto. We are going to make the new Good Morning Johto Java Blend Coffee a part of the Patreon here soon. Just figuring out how we want to do the costs and everything of that. But you can buy the Good Morning Johto Java Blend from the coffee roasters here in Goldenrod. That is in our show notes. You can purchase that. That helps out the show financially as well. But if you say, hey, Lane, I just can't, I would love to help out still. But hey, you know what you can do? Give us a 5-star review wherever you hear this show. You can let the Goldenrod newspaper know that of if you're listening to this live or if you're listening to this Monday through Friday, 5:30 your local time every morning to get your drive to work. Get ready for work. Maybe you don't work. Maybe you're just sitting eating a bowl of cereal. Absolutely. We're 10 to 15 minutes every weekday. We do have a really special interview this week. We streamed it on Friday, but because I don't do the VODs, I don't do the VODs on Twitch. I put them on YouTube. We got a really interesting interview going up for Thursday and Friday. It is a two-parter. So the show will be a little different this week, and we got some more interviews just pumping out. When it rains, it pours, am I right? But let's go ahead and get into some Pokemon Go news for the week. We may just cover Go news this week because there's a lot of stuff, and then there is me. Yep, I completely did not switch over the capture. Yeah, it's like it's my first rodeo here on the lovely Good Morning Johto. Gosh. All right, let's see. We got Halloween going on during Pokemon Go right now. So we got Halloween Part 1 that is ending. You can tell I was prepared. Ending the 26th. So today is the 23rd. That is ending on Thursday. So make sure you get your Graveyards, your Houndslows, and your Phantoms. The Phantom is shiny, which will more than likely continue, but the Graveyard and Houndstone have been hard to find outside of the research, and it's even hard to find 1-star rates. So we're switching over to Halloween Part 2. That's the 26th through Tuesday, Halloween the 31st, 8 p.m. your local time. Your bonuses are going to be Shiny Zorora for the first time, debut of the new costume Pokemon. We'll go over that in a minute. Trick or Treat research encounters with Halloween-themed Pokemon, including Zorora, Phantom, and costume Pokemon. Event-exclusive time research for catching Ghost. A second event-exclusive focus on Spiritomb, but that's more than likely not a second one. That's continuation just from Part 1. Additional candy will be rewarded for successfully catching Pokemon with nice, great, and excellent throws. Costume Pokemon have a chance to give additional candy when caught. And this is the big one. This is like it. On October 31st, so Halloween, costume Pokemon will have a chance to give out rare candy or rare candy XL. This is huge. This is for the people that can't get those carbon candies, or if you need any type of Galarian or any type of anything, Lickitung, Miltank, whatever for XL candies, this is what you need. So on the 31st, catching XL or catching costume Pokemon will give you a chance at either one. More than likely that it's, of course, if you're level 31 and above, for those trainers with XL, because we're getting the additional XL candy will be rewarded for successfully catching nice, great, and excellent, but this is just giving us the rare candy for that. Your spawns during this time for wild spawns are going to be Pikachu with wearing a Trick or Treat hat, Vulpix with a spooky costume, Piplup wearing a spooky costume, and so with Punkaboo. The rest of the spawns are going to be Murkrow, Sableye, Misdreavus, Drifloon, Yamask, Zorora, Phantom, and Noibat. All of those can be shiny, which is awesome. If you're lucky, is going to be Gengar with a Trick or Treat costume. Your Tier 1 raids, which we'll go over more on the raid counters this week, or Tier 1 is going to be Misdreavus. Your Tier 1 Misdreavus, Tier 1 Phantup, and Tier 1 Ghastly. All can be shiny. I think going after all those are really smart. Tier 3 is Gengar that can wear that Trick or Treat. Same as last week, Darkrai in your Tier 5, and Banette in your Megas. I want to go over the field research. We don't usually go over them too much. But Phantom, Mismagius, those are fine. Phantom hunting the shiny. But this is the only way to get a Galarian mask, and more than likely the only way in this last year. Like it's just hard to get a good one, and it's good in the evolved form is good right now. Is it Rune for the Halloween Cup? That's the one I would go after. We'll cover what research that Galarian mask will be behind, but that is the one I would really encounter or try to get the field research, but some trainers may encounter a Graveyard as well. The avatar items in the in-game shop are still going on. Same with the Amazon Prime Gaming, where you could get the hat. Well, I want to say for free, but it's not really for free. We found out at the end of those rewards for the Prime Gaming, you get a random Oricorio, and you can get the one that's just in your area. So that's fun. We also have, during this time, tons of showcases this week. So starting today, going to the 25th, we have Grievard going into showcases. I played this game a lot. Like, I have the show, I play during the day. I just want to look up on the show. I've caught 5 Grievards, which is not a lot. This is one of the, even in 1-star raids, 1-star raids are even hard to find. So go and try to win one. Now, a lot of these are ending short, so make sure you keep track. Some people like to set timers at 5 minutes before they end so they can try to update and switch everything in. So Grievard from 23rd to the 25th, starting today at 10 a.m. your local time. 26th through the 28th is going to be Phantom, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So 10 a.m. start, 8 p.m. ending on the 28th. 29th and 31st, the spookiest of all the spooky boys and gals, Ghastly and Gengar will be your showcases for Halloween. Really excited for those. Well, you know what else is going on this week? We just don't have one event. We have 2 events. And this is one I really look forward to. We have a Team Go Rocket takeover. Why do I like it? I'll tell you in a minute. Starting on the 26th, ending on the 31st as well. So going right side by side with the Halloween Part 2. Debut of Shadow Regigigas, which I love. Really cool. We'll probably have no use anywhere, but looks awesome. You know what does have a use? Shadow Lugia and Shadow Raids. That one will be not fun to do. You'll have a lot of people, but it's going to be awesome. Can't wait. New Shadow Pokemon debut. We'll talk about that in a second. Team Go Rocket will be spawning more frequently in stops and balloons. And TM Away Frustration. People always ask me, this is one of my I bet this is my number one question for the show. That people think like, okay, you know a lot about Pokemon. When is the next Rocket event so I can TM Away Frustration? Here you go. This is what to get ready for. New Shadow Pokemon are going to be Ghastly, Rhyhorn, Barboach, Cranidos, Shieldon, Drillbur, and Lickwick. All of those can be Shadows. The ones that I think would be pretty good for PvP or have a use probably somewhere is Ghastly's good for PvE. Rhyperior, I believe, is good somewhere. That's probably in PvE as well. Barboach Shadow could be good for the evolved form too. Cranidos is probably just the poops. Shieldon, it could be good. It could be good. This is all, of course, their evolved forms. Could be good. Same with Drillbur. Could be good. I don't think Chandelure is going to be that great, but it looks cool. 1-star Shadow Raids are going to be Shadow Ghastly, Shadow Misdreavus, and Shadow Litwick. Your last one's going to be Shadow Grimer, which can be shiny. I've not seen a Shadow shiny, but I'm sure they exist. Your 3-star raids, there's Nidorina, Nidorino, and Golbat. All of those can be Shadows. 12Ks are going to be Larvitar, Pawniard, Vullaby, Dino, and Pancham. Those can be shiny. The ones that can't are Sandile and Salandit. I would love to see a shakeup on these because I think these have been the same for quite a little while. Now, we haven't got the November map yet, but this is one event I really liked last year that we didn't really get to see this year. Or, well, we get it once a year. Basically, it's a once-a-year event. Dia de Muertos, hopefully I'm not butchering it as bad, but this is the Day of the Dead, a Mexican holiday where this is the event last year was sweet. You can Aztec tradition. We'll read it straight from GoHub. Aztec tradition, it was said that the spirits of our loved ones never go away, but simply travel to a different world, and during a special time each year, they would return to our world. Ever since, people that celebrate Dia de Muertos get ready for this occasion by setting the table with the favorite dishes of their ancestors, covering the streets with petals, the special flower that I don't want to butcher, lighting candles and incense in a joyful celebration full of colors, music, flowers, and flavors. Your bonuses are double catch candy. Lure modules will last an hour and a half. Incenses, excluding Daily Adventure, will be lasting for 90 minutes as well. Trainers in the Caribbean and Latin America look forward to additional candies for transferring, and a new debut of a Cubone and Marowak with the crown. So last year we got, I think it was the first time we had it. Maybe it was the second. We got Duskull, and that was able to get the flowers. But now it's Cubone and Marowak, and it looks super cute. Really excited. This is one that you can also get a shiny. Wild Pokemon encounters during this time are... Was that just... Maybe that was bugs. So it's Sunkern, Sableye, Roselia, Duskull still being able to wear the crown like last year. Probably the greatest Pokemon for this event. Really excited for that. But the one... Oh my gosh, did I completely... No, I didn't. I didn't freeze. I thought I froze. Duskull, Drifloon, Litwick, all of those can be shiny. If you're lucky, you can encounter the Cubone, the Yamask, or the Phantom. All that can be shiny. Instance and Lure Pokemon. So this is one that you can only get from Instance and Lures. Sunkern, Sunflora, Houndour, Duskull, Sableye, Roselia, and Drifloon. If you're lucky, you may encounter a Flabébé and a Cubone that can be shiny. Field Research Task, Sunkern, Litwick, Drifloon. Okay, sure, those can be shiny if you're lucky. And if you're lucky, you can encounter Cubone. 1-star raids, also Cubone. They're going to make sure you're going to get a bunch of these crowns. It's only a 2-day event because we got to get the November the November update. 3 stars is Azumarill, Umbreon, Hariyama, and Bombirdier coming back. The only one that can be shiny is that Bombirdier. And still with the Darkrai and Banette Mega Raids. The featured avatar items will be the return of the avatar item that will be purchasable. Basically, it's like a face mask, and then the t-shirt as well. Look out for showcases during that time. It will be Duskull. I love these events. I told people this is our Christmas and Christmas is our Christmas. Like the winter time, the only thing that I remember not liking last year was Hisuian and Avalugg having Christmas Eve raids. If you listen to the show all the way back then, we covered that. We're getting to the time where GMJ, we're getting to the 1 year. We're getting to the 1 year of GMJ here in December. But this is really exciting. This is some of my favorite events. I've been playing more. I still play a lot on average, but I've been playing more than the average as of late because I really, really like these events. Go check those out. Jeff, we had a guest on Friday, so we didn't have a sound. So go check out Pure Lighter with the pot. Is it? I always get it mixed up. We got to cover the Dracovich's update tomorrow, but yeah, it was Pure Lighter and the Instance podcast, because I always think it's Instance and the Purifier podcast. But we'll cover this because I did have it up. This is a small one. A big announcement. We'll cover it shortly. Dracovich had an update of their biggest feature ever. This is tournaments. Hosting, participating grassroots event, including public tournament browsing, which is like, so if I'm just wanting to find a tournament to be a part of, this is the way. Solo and team format support, bracket support, and custom metas. That means like our buddies at Lord Up and Roundtable Chat Tot, this like when they do their events, which I want to be a part of this year. I'm really going to like dive deep the rest of 2023 into these events, being able to have these on Dracovishers. The other thing they're doing too is they're covering regionals. They're taking everything that Stadium was doing, but just increasing it to 11 and just doing it so well. Love what they're doing over there, but maybe we'll cover more of that this week. Maybe we'll have a guest come on to talk about him. I don't know. We're still working on it. But that's everything we have for this week, trainers. I hope you like the show. I hope you enjoyed today. I don't know. If not, then there's always tomorrow. You can try again. All right. We didn't have a sound of the day. Jeff, for those listeners on the YouTubes and the Twitch, you can't hear it, but those audio listeners can. Jeff, what sound did you give for us today? Trainers, thank you so much for everything you do for this show. Hope you're having a great Monday. Make it a little spooky this week, trainers. All right, go have a great rest of your day. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning.